just had this idea of just like people crying in the club. Like that's a really good visual, I think, for it. But a lot of my music has this like very emotive. I think it's because I use strings a lot, and I think strings just make you feel emotional. So it's always got this like emotional vibe, but I wanted it to have an upbeat vibe too. So I want you to come club, but also if you need to cry, like cry it out, but still like cry and dance at the same time, you know? Yeah, like I always have felt that freedom. When I create, I feel my most free. So, but I just really wanted to get a workout on stage. Like I would decide if things would like make the cut if it made me move. So if it didn't make me move, I'd be like, oh, let's get rid of it. I think that I basically have always been gadget girl. So it's not like I had to like put something to the side. I think I had to be like, okay, here is the real me. Like, this is who I am. I've always been a nerd. I've always been a gadget girl. Let's show everyone who I really am. Let's show the crazy, silly side, the sensual side, the playful side, the nerdy side, all of it. This album just sounds like a sci-fi rom-com. Like, when I think of the story and all the sound effects, it was just like Gadget Girl was like, come on, let me out, it's time. It wouldn't have been made if it wasn't for my cousin Taylor Henderson, because I am a hopeless romantic. So I sing a lot about like, I hope this works out, I love you. Oh. And she was like, girl, I'm tired of that. Can we talk about something fun? Yeah. And then she literally like wrote the line, put it in my mouth. And I was laughing and I was like, yeah, in my bank account. And like, we just kept going back and forth. Yeah. So that song wouldn't have been made if I didn't have that energy with me. Well, my parents are from there, so it wasn't like people asked me like, were you listening to a lot of that type of music? And I wasn't. It was just in us because we're from there and we were just making music. But it felt so cool to be able to go to those places because that's where my parents are from and finish the album there. Oh, wow. I did. My Uber driver was saying like, he was just saying like, Jay Dilla is like basically from Detroit, and I'm on Stone's Throw Records, and Jay Dilla was on Stone's Throw, and he was just saying, yeah, I used to hang out with him, and he was talking about all these stories like with Prince, and he was just saying all of these stories, and his connection to that, and I just thought that was really cool. And then like I remember, you know, talking to my parents about Jay Dilla for some reason, and they were like, oh, you know, your aunt used to be in the choir with his mom. You know that, right? And I was like, no, you never told me that. You know I'm on Stone's Throw, right? And they were like, what does that mean? I was like, that means he's on Stone's Throw. And I was like making the connection. And they're like, oh, we never knew. Yeah, your cousin like went to school with his brother. And it was just saying all of these things like, and if I didn't go out there, I wouldn't have started that conversation. And then I was hanging out with Jay Dilla's mom, Mama Dukes, with Peanut Butter Wolf and J-Rock, and my aunt was on the phone, and she talked to her real quick, and they were just talking about how they were in the same choir in church in Detroit. Oh my. That's a good question, because I went through so much throughout this album, and I feel like whenever I get to perform it, it's kind of like this cathartic experience, because I'm reliving all these moments in these songs, and it's the time when I can like let it all go. So, yeah. Always been like even 10 years ago, like music was always like the way of self-expression. But now I, for some reason, am able to do that without music. Like, I don't, like, music used to be my journal, but now I'm just like walking around saying what I want to say. I got boundaries and everything's just coming together. I think it's because it's the 30s. Oh, yeah. Because I'm 31. So I think this is my first 30 album, you know? Wow. Years old. Oh, wow. I saw fiddle players and they were just getting it and dancing and jamming. It was like, I was like, oh my God, I need to do that.
Was that really it?
Yes.
Oh wow.
It wasn't like, you need to play the violin. Do your lessons. I begged my mom, can you give me a violin so I can play the fiddle? I hope that they take away the motto of the album, which is the BPM is the power. So basically, no one can take away your inner rhythm. Basically, you have to just always go with your gut instinct. So I think that's affected me because when you're an artist and when you work with other people, you collaborate with other people, you need to always make sure that the vision is what you want at the end of the day.
Yeah.